Hey everybody, it is Lorelia coming to you today to talk about a topic that is very controversial, and it is the infamous DUNS number. So if you see the title, SAM.gov gets rid of DUNS number. Now, if you're new to me, understand I am not new to the topic that I'm going to talk about today, which is personal credit, business credit, along with leveraging it for real estate. But today, I'm not going to really touch on the real estate aspect in this video. Not really that much. I'll touch on it, but I'm not really going to, say that that is the theme of this video, because what I really want to talk about is the topic at hand, which is the infamous DUNS number. So right now, where we are in the space of business credit, everyone's a business credit expert. Everyone is knowledgeable about business credit. And one of the things that has been commonly said throughout most of the people on the internet who is teaching or sharing information about the DUNS number is that you need it. And it usually goes something like this: oh, to build business credit, you need an LLC, you need a bank account, you need an EIN, and you need a DUNS number. Now, if you have been following me for some time, you know that I have always said that building your credit profile with Dun and Bradstreet is baloney. But I've always said it has its place. And where it has its place is usually with government contracting. Doesn't mean that you are going to get cash and credit with a DUNS number. You know what? There are people who will fight me on it. But once again, if I measure my results with what it is that they're talking about, believe you me, they're not going to measure up. Mine are going to be astronomically bigger. Why? Because there is not a lender on earth, and I've said this to the top of my lungs, that is going to give you cash or credit, unsecured, secured, lines of credit, term loans, credit cards, whatever you want, and is basing it on a DUNS number. I know this topic is going to get under some people's skin because people want to believe in a heart of hearts that a DUNS number is where it's at. And really, all it has ever been is a filler to have people to believe that they are doing something when it comes to business credit. Because I've always said you don't build business credit, you access it and secure it. So let's talk about it. I know I've said a lot, but I had to set the stage. SAM.gov is a federal contracting website. For those who are in the space, they're very familiar with SAM.gov, especially those who do business with the federal government. Well, at one time, it was required for you to have a DUNS number. So that's why I've always said it has its place. You can look at videos of mine from 2 years ago. I have always said that a DUNS number has its place, but in the scheme of getting cash and credit, it has no place. Well, a few months ago, I talked about how the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, came down on Dun and Bradstreet about deceptive practices that they were doing, having business owners to believe that what they were selling was going to build business credit. And this just happened a few months ago. Wow, isn't it ironic that now the federal government, the site where you would go and do federal contract. Now that ain't even my place. Do I know that exists? Yeah, but I'm not going to sit here and say I do government contracting. Don't do it. But I know that it exists. I know that it exists, and that's why I've always said it has its place. Well, as of April the 2nd of this month, if you go to the SAM.gov site, they will let you know we no longer require a DUNS number to be used to bid on federal contracts. They are now using, what's the word? A unique entity ID. I had to write it down so I could remember. Because once again, this is not my space. I don't do federal contracts. Do I help people get business credit? Yes. Do I help them get 6 figures or more with no D&B? Yes. No Dun& Bradstreet, because lenders aren't looking for that. Lenders don't care how well you have built up your paydex score. So now it's 2022. The FTC done came down on Dun & Bradstreet. SAM.GOV, for those who do federal contracting and do bid on opportunities there, have now disassociated the DUNS number from them. I mean, from the website. Y'all still in 2022 believing that a DUNS number gonna get y'all some money? Like, are we still doing that now? Like, are we still doing that in 2022? And people are wondering why, when I start working with a person and I talk about how access to capital is not hard. It is not hard to get access to capital, but it's hard when you're swimming upstream. And what do I mean by swimming upstream? When you have people telling you that you need to build a D&B profile and get a DUNS number and work on your paydex score and have a paydex score of 80 or higher, you're swimming upstream. And then one may wonder, well, why? How am I get these lines of credit? How am I get these unsecured lines of credit for my business? How am I gonna get this business credit with no PG? Oh, I know. The guru sold you on a D&B profile. And I get it. You got the TikTok memes where people say, oh, LLC, EIN, Dun & Bradstreet, voila, you gonna get some money, and you don't get nothing. And then what happens is that you come to someone like myself, and then you want me to make sense of all the buffoonery that is in the marketplace. People, those who are watching this video, ladies and gents, understand how the process works. If your goal is to get the 5 figures, the 6 figures in funding, leveraging credit, you have to know what the target is. And a lot of what is being taught and given to people in the marketplace is outdated information that they've been hustling for 20 years. And maybe it had its place 20 years ago, maybe. But once again, with Dodd-Frank, things changed in 2009, 2008, things changed. The real estate crash of 2008 changed things with the banking industry. See, these are conversations that nobody wants to talk about, because people really want to believe that there is a magic trick. They really want to believe that if they isolate their personal credit, that they can isolate it to the point, and once again, and have no business that is bringing in revenue, that is generating a profit, that's making money, and they somehow think that they're going to get this windfall of money into their business. And those who have secured business credit cards understand the credit card system that you put your information in online. They did look at your personal credit. You may not have gotten a hit. You may not have gotten a hit on your personal credit. And of course, it don't even show on your personal credit because it's true business credit. Rest assured, they did not make that decision because you have a DUNS number. Could you get some net 30s? Of course. Could you get some trade line accounts with some net 30 vendors? No need to name their names. Yes, you can get that. But net 30 trade line accounts will never translate into cash and credit. Why? Because people are shooting at a target, don't make sense. Now, this is where the real estate comes in. And I know I said I wasn't going to talk about real estate. So people are wondering, Lorelia, how do I secure the 5 to 6 figures in funding to be able to invest in real estate? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the DUNS number ain't it. That ain't it. Follow what is going on in the marketplace. Not outdated information that's salacious and makes you feel good. Because unfortunately, the topic of credit is still a sensitive place for some people. And so it's very easy for me to sell you on that there is a pot of gold with your name on it. And all you have to do is get an LLC and an EIN, build you a Dun & Bradstreet profile, get you a DUNS number, and the pot of money is sitting there. That sounds real good, right? Everybody will sign up. Sign me up. But I know that that doesn't exist. And that's why I've always said, if people were actually helping people secure and access money, not just giving people a whole bunch of information, because that's easy to do. Anybody can buy a course, binge on the material, or just straight plagiarize it and resell it and tell people, hey, this is business credit. But then when the person is trying to secure and get access to it, they can't do it. And that's why I'm going to do a whole separate video to discuss about access to money and what the access of leveraging credit really looks like. Because unfortunately, people are intrigued by the TikTok memes, the Instagram memes, and they're cute. Don't get me wrong. I use them too. But the disconnect is people don't know how to take that and bridge it to the real world. They don't. And that's why I want to be the voice of reason to let you know that if you are in the federal contracting space, they're not using DUNS number no more. Or if you're looking to get into it, they're not using DUNS number no more. So be on the lookout for outdated information. Outdated information. So I'm just going to leave it right there. If you want some information that can help you, true access to cash and credit, please go to www.neverloseadealevents.com. Links will be below this video. I'm streaming on a few platforms, so the link should be there. And so this Saturday, April 9th, doing a workshop, sharing with you the strategies of what I do to help my clients get the 6 figures in funding. Not a lot of information. Not a lot of information. Strategy. Not regurgitated information that's on the internet. And that's why those are real results that you see online. That's why I can be able to present to you about what happened just last week about SAM.GOV disassociating themselves with Dun & Bradstreet with the DUNS number. Has your business credit guru told you that yet? Or you've currently taking a course or taking a class and they still telling you about the DUNS number? If they're telling you about the DUNS number and you're watching this after April 2022, you're getting got. You're getting got. I'm going to call it what it is. So once again, go to www.neverloseadeal.com. The next video, I'll be doing more talking about leveraging credit, real estate, but I just had to touch on this. Yeah, federal contracting is not my sandbox. but I understand how it works. That's why I've always said the DUNS number has its place. D&B has its place. And that's the place it stands with federal contracting. But it's never had a place if you're trying to get cash and credit. And at the end of the day, that is what people want when it comes to accessing capital. They want cash, they want credit, they want unsecured lines, they want credit cards, they want term loans, they want access to the capital, not a bunch of net accounts from vendors that half of the time you can't use. How many coffee filters can you buy? How many reams of paper can you buy? You bought a whole bunch of junk with the hope that a pot of money is at the end of the rainbow. So once again, this is Lorelia. As I mentioned, all the links will be below this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.